Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be ranking up Ebony Maw, hopefully having a bit of fun with this champion, and also answering the question, is Ebony Maw as bad as everybody's saying this champion is? And the answer, from what I've seen, is probably yes, but you know, it's always good to test this stuff out and kind of give some feedback on how Ebony Maw could be improved. But let's go ahead, let's smash that rank up, man, and let's get into the gameplay ASAP. So we're going to go for the smart select here. I don't think it was too smart, actually, so let's get out that 8251. Didn't need to unnecessarily waste that one, and that takes it up to level 30 there, lads. So also, I've taken the liberty as well to take Ebony Maw, because I had so many overflow mystic stones, to dupe level 99, man. So this is a rank 3 4-star, fully maxed out dupe level Ebony Maw. So the dupe level kind of enhances his degeneration with deterioration as you further kind of advance throughout the quest and complete your missions. Now, in terms of the synergies, to give him a little bit more crit damage as well, we're building in Cull Obsidian and also the 3 mutants. We're going to go for Magneto, OG Cyclops, the villain version, and also Wolverine as well. So via this, man, we get the 50% additional crit rating at the start for 20 seconds. We also get charging a heavy attack. We can put a fury buff on the opponent if we want to nullify that to complete a mission. And then also like additional crit rating, crit damage, additional attack, just fairly, you know, standard stuff to further enhance the base of Ebony Maw, because there's nothing, you know, super special with this champion when it does come to the synergies. So we're going to be putting Ebony Maw to the Act 4 test to see if he can clear this middle path and also defeat the Act 4 Maestro. So I'm interested to see how this one goes, but in terms of Ebony Maw's kind of base mechanics and abilities, every fight he has 3 different missions. So one of them is to nullify a buff, another one is to drain some power, and the final one is to cause the opponent to falter and miss when they have falter active, which is via his persuasion mechanic. So whenever they hit, what is it, 20 on the persuasion mechanic, they're gonna miss for the next few seconds. So yeah, you've just got to kind of take advantage of that one. And let's fire off the special one here, and then he's about to fall through a miss, so let's see if we can take advantage of that as well. Do completely miss the special 2 there, but we went for the evade anyway. So that's all of the missions done on Ebony Maw, and because he's dealing energy damage on the majority of his attacks, we are actually managing to bypass the huge amount of physical resistance that is on this node as well, which is quite useful there. Right, let's get him down. This is actually turning out not to be too much of a bad first fight there. So 48 hits, that was okay, man. Again, nothing tremendously special for a 4-star rank 3 champion. Let's go ahead and move toward the ambush now. So, what is it? This mutant symbiote, I think he just has a bit of regeneration active. So I think we'll start with the heavy attack to get the power steal. And then I think we actually need to hold a heavy long enough to actually charge a fury on the opponent from the Cull Obsidian synergy. So yeah, we got the fury on this lad now. And then we can nullify this one using the special one. So that's going to cause him to degenerate a little bit there. Dash back, and then we just need to make him fall through a miss. So if he attacks into me now, there we go, boys. I don't think the special one, it's not a nullify for everything, and I don't think it covers regeneration, which is really, really unfortunate, man. But now we got this off. Let's go for a special 2. Fire that off, mate. Get a little bit of degeneration there, but the degeneration damage is rubbish, man. It's very, very, very low. Oh gosh, okay, that fight was a little bit longer there, and he also feels, I don't know if I'm just playing a little bit rubbish today, but he feels very, very squishy, man. Very, very squishy as well. I don't think health-wise he has the absolute most health out there in comparison to a lot of other champions knocking about in this game. But maybe we can play a little bit better. But that one, man, was 65 hits there. Definitely well in noodle territory. So I'm just trying to, you know, in my head, scale down this champion a little bit to the 3-star equivalent level. And yeah, I feel like we'd be really, really frustrated at the moment if we were playing about with a 3-star version of Ebony Maw, even fully maxed out. Oh yeah, I need to charge the heavy long enough to get the Fury as well. I should have done that off the first one. Right, let's go in for a cheeky little 5 combo. Sort this one out. So, one of the things that kind of frustrates me as well a little bit about Ebony Maw is just how the persistent charge mechanic, it just doesn't really matter. It's a bit of a weird one, man, because it really doesn't do much. It kind of enhances the first degeneration damage by a little bit, but that's pretty much it. But it's quite fun, actually, when the opponent's faltering, because you can just throw off a heavy attack and get a little bit of a power steal as well. I think at Ebony Maw's base, I really like his animations, and I like a lot of the utility that this champion has, especially like the power steal off the heavy attack. That's a really nice touch, and the falter and some of these matchups where you're ramping up is quite fun. But just the biggest weakness so far is the damage output, man. It's so underwhelming in comparison to a lot of the other children of Thanos in the game. But that was a pretty good start there. Right, want to get to a special 1. Unfortunately, we have just been limboed there, which is not a nice time. Let's throw off the SP1 here. Oh my goodness. That's actually... The falter's really fun, man. I love that as a mechanic. It's kind of like... Well, it's not as on-demand as like Ghost's phasing in the game, but it can be really good, because there's like no condition to, what is it, the opponent recovering from falter while it's active. So you can just confidently throw something like heavy attack, and it can be a pretty good time. So if we go for a combo there, go for a heavy attack, we probably go for another heavy attack as well. Still a load of power. Let's finish off with a special 3 here. But we have been pretty nuked down by Magic's Limbo. Oh, I love his animations so much, man. He's got such cool animations, but he is a bit of a noodle, lads. A bit of a wet noodle. So let's go ahead, move on to a bit of Ronan here. I'm interested to see how he's going to fare in the Maestro fight as well. So we have a total of 4 persistent charges now as well. So our first degeneration is going to deal a little bit more. Let's go against Ronan and see if we can have a little bit of a fun time. I don't think there's really anybody questioning that Ebony Maw is substantially more. Probably one of the most underwhelming champions we've seen in quite some time. Okay, so let's fire off the heavy attack, get the Fury there. Then we want to nullify the Fury just to get our second mission completed. And then want to get up to the special 2. The special 2 animation, out of all of Ebony Maw's attacks, is probably my favourite, man. It's just so cool. Oh yeah, he's faltered there. Fantastic. Right, well that fight felt a little bit better, man. It was alright with the class advantage there. And Cosmic Champions also have a an increased like falter period against Ebony Maw as well, which is quite a nice touch. I think it's like 2 more seconds they're going to miss you, so that can be quite fun to play against. Right, got a symbiote up next, so it's another mutant symbiote here. So we just want to start off by charging that heavy right to its full at the start, just so that we can get the Fury on the symbiote here. Right, swipe up, and then let's get back in here. Right, he's faltered as well. Did we get the one from completing that? We're missing 1 mission. I don't know where it's from. Might be the falter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this anyway. I'm pretty sure he hit me while he was faltered though. Okay, yeah, we managed to trigger the 3rd one there, so it seems alright, man. Not too bad. 48 hits. Still, you know, still a lot of hits, man, for barely 20,000 hit points there. And next up we have a bit of Gamora to deal with. So Gamora should be a fairly good matchup for Ebony Maw, just because she's a Cosmic Champion, so we have that wonderful increased falter duration. Unfortunately, I didn't hold the heavy long enough there. You've got to hold it right till the end of the parry stun, man, if you want to get off that Fury buff to nullify. Okay, right. That's quite fun, man. Right. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, dude, I was so close to being dicked over there. Okay, I got carried away, man, with trying to spam those heavy attacks. But I do quite like... I really do enjoy the falter mechanic, man. Again, I think Ebony Maw, at his base, has some really, really, really good stuff. It's just the persistent charges. You can see as we're ramping them up, they're not really doing much because the deterioration just doesn't really scale very well at all. Like, Ebony Maw's biggest problem is that they just didn't give this champion enough damage, or didn't really think about him offensively. Because he's got a lot of great stuff that I really, really like at his base. He's just such a wasted champion because he's not really going to be in the top meta, or a champion that people are going to want to use or play with this level of damage output. And there's nothing really unique and special enough about this character's utility that people would play him over other top champions. But in terms of novelty, man, this guy definitely has... he's got some points knocking about there. And also, via the special 3 as well, you do have a full power drain. So I want to see if I can use that one. So Iron Man, 3 bars of power there, just to showcase this as well. So you drain, I believe it's all of their power, and then you get 35% of the power drained over 4 seconds. So I think that's a pretty cool special 3 as far as like utility goes, man. Quite like that one. Right, so we don't have the ability to nullify his regeneration off the special 1 there. However, he is about to falter, so let's fire off a heavy there, get a little bit of power steal as well. Power steal feels very, very cheeky, man. Right, let's chuck it off. Ugh, it's a lot of hits though, man. A lot of hits so far. Right. And it takes him an awfully long time to get to 100. And then Black Tongue really doesn't do too much. Just gives the opponent a bit of reduced power rate. And also starts inflicting deterioration passives. But with 3 of them, man, that's up the degeneration damage to, oh gosh, 70 every half a second, 140 per second. That's remarkably underwhelming, man. Remarkably underwhelming. This is big old noodle territory here, lads. And then also, once you're at this max level of what is it, persuasion on the opponent, then you don't get any more faltering, which is really, really unfortunate, man. I mean, it's good, I guess, when you're fighting the opponent, but when you're playing Ebony Maw, it would be really, really good to still be able to access that, man, because that's a really cool mechanic, and it's just really annoying that it goes away. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like Ebony Maw with like another round of like development, if somebody sat down for like an afternoon, they could just make him like so much more of a better champion than he is. So I really do hope they take the time to revisit and buff Ebony Maw and just make his damage a little bit better, man, because the animators have done a crazy good job. This is one of like the best looking characters that we've ever had in MCOC, and it just feels so wasted, man. And he's got some really good base utility as well that would shine a lot more if the champion had some cool ways to deal damage. Right, we faltered there as well. Get the 3rd mission complete. Not that I guess it really matters too much now. Right, let's for a heavy attack. And then special 2. Why not, boys? Let's go for it. A pretty good time. Well, I'm actually enjoying Ebony Maw like a little bit more than I expected to, but you can definitely tell when you get to those longer matchups, man, this lad, he is a bit of a noodle. He is a bit of a noodle. But anyway, let's chuck a couple of health potions in, man. This full Maestro takedown might be a little bit ambitious, but I'm excited to see how this one goes, providing we can play well and not get absolutely smooshed. Oh yeah, I need to put the Fury on him, don't I? Right. Let's get that special 2 going. Well, that was a great time special 1 there, man, especially with Falter as well. So I'll happily take that one. Let's go for a special 3. Drain all that power, man. Get like a bar or serve power back as well. We're doing all right, man, but this is a blooming long matchup. Oh, we got a bit hammered on the old block proficiency there as well. Right, let's fire that off. A couple of stacks of detonation there. Oh, dude, that is a little bit annoying, man. I just slipped up at the end toward that one. But 114 hits. I've had a lot of 3-star champions between the high demigod to beyond god tier that have taken Maestro down in anywhere between about 35 to 60 hits, just to give you a bit of a point of comparison there. So that's really, really low in terms of damage output, and we didn't even take him down there. So let's use a level 1 revive, and we're going to chuck a few potions into this lad as well, and hopefully we can finish off this fight. But yeah, very, very slow in terms of the damage output and performance in general there. But I don't know, man, it was quite fun to play. I enjoy playing this champion. It's just the numbers aren't there at all, man. It's just really, really frustrating. This man has been highly neglected. Right, let's fire that off. Hey, not too bad. So until that was about 130 hits there. Definitely one of the slowest kills I've ever seen on Maestro. Even in like the case of a maxed out 3-star, that would have probably been about 180 to 200 hits, but I didn't think there was like any way that I probably would have survived long enough to actually do that fight with a maxed out 3-star. So yeah, I like his utility, I like his mechanics. He's just been really neglected in terms of the stats, the values, the scaling, the damage output. It's all just way too low, man, and he doesn't have like insane enough utility to justify all that stuff being so low. So it's really, really weird for me to see a character like this in the game, because it just seems like somebody, you know, started making the character but then like gave up halfway through and forgot to just add in actual values to this champion. You know, that's really the impression that I get. Because, and I feel sorry, man. I feel really, really sorry for the animators, because they probably work so hard on this champion, man, and he's so badass. He's so good looking. The animations and abilities are really, really cool as well. But in terms of that performance, mate, he's not got the sauce, man. He's not got the sauce. He's all bun, but no sauce, ladies and gentlemen. And that's always an unfortunate scenario. But I wanna try against this this Venom as well, just for a bit of fun. I guess we actually don't need to charge off the heavy here, because we can nullify some of these buffs. And also, it's probably worth noting that I'm not running with Mystic Dispersion today, but even if I was, I don't imagine it would be making enough difference. Because, I don't know, I haven't been playing too many Mystic champions recently, man. There's been a lot of Mystic stuff that's just been a crazy, crazy miss. But hopefully we can take advantage of Falter a little bit more, getting some sick heavy attacks. Right, heavy against the wall. Can we go for another heavy? There we go. Sorted. And especially, I really do think one of the crazy strengths or things that you're dealing with competition-wise in the Mystic class is like competing with a lot of other champions that can do ridiculous stuff when the opponent has a lot of buffs, and Ebony Maw's missing that as well. You know, like Symbiote Supreme, Magic, even outside of scenarios with a lot of buffs, man, they're both very, very good champions. Same with like Morning Star and Ghost Rider. There's a lot of big old bangers in the Mystic class. Right, so I think we, on this matchup, want to maybe spam the special one for a bit. Get some stacks of deterioration, and then go for a big special too if we can. Right, yeah, that's getting that man up. We've got 8 stacks, lads. Let's go. The reduced power gains very, very helpful, but now we're going to fire off the special too, so we've got 20 stacks. This is max degeneration damage. So weenie, man. So weenie. That was like barely 750 every single second. Dude, you compare that to like a 3-star Morning Star or Mordo or Magic. That's so bad, man. So bad. Oh, okay, right. We died on that one, man. We gave him a good run, though. I'm just disappointed, man. I'm just disappointed with Ebony Maw, because he's like animation-wise and gameplay-wise, at his base, he's really fun to play. He just needs a good revamp. You need somebody just to go back and look at this champion and give him a proper good buff. But I've probably repeated that point far too many times in today's video. Let me know what you think of Ebony Maw in the comments section below, ladies and gentlemen. And if you did enjoy today's Ebony Maw rank up and gameplay video, please do smash that like button. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.